Well, we got to keep them shorter. The last one, the mechanism said it was too long to upload. That isn't true. I could have spoke maybe a few seconds over. I don't even know what the border is, how long I'm allowed to speak. This much I can tell you. There's too much restriction from what if around here. Way too much. Broker and concession, what if. Preaching and thinking and preaching to the itching of what you think ears want to hear. You're incorrect. You need to get out of the way. What if needs to get out of the way. Picturing what people have in their heads and talking to that and selling to that is asinine. That's like predicting and you wouldn't have a clue of what you're predicting. None. So you need to get out of the way. I'm the greatest producer that ever walked. I know something about production. Get out of the way. It's the greatest asset a producer understands. Get out of the way. Get as much off the top of the head as you can get. As long as you can. Get out of the way. Pre-written scripts memorized, worthless. Look what this planet is right now. Pre-written script memorized. Junk. Get out of the way. Pre-written script memorized. Get out of the way. What has to come off of the top of the head is getting taught in college. You can't do that. You can't duplicate what has to come off the top of the head in any kind of instruction menu at all. And you're blocking every bit of it. By the influence of your instruction, you've clogged what comes off the top of a human head. Get out of the way. Your what if is asinine. Get out of the way. Fungus is the effect and the causer of that. Planet Earth. Human, get deceived no longer. It is an incorrect mind position. Move on. Now then, what I brought up, and is very important, the Federal Reserve System on every aspect of this planet has to find investment from an international source. Have those people come who have international credit and live in your community. They will be stalked here someday. Be the first in your neighborhood to seek out, and more than likely Asian, humans with international credit. Find them, bring them to your neighborhood, and get them to live their lives and invest their lives. More than likely, they're lovely, wonderful assets to your community. Seek them. There was a governor's race. The state of Oregon, the last time, had a man would be very qualified for those credentials. He was a basketball player and a charming human being. He should have been used exactly for that task for this state. Every state in the United States has to do that. You have to seek out. You are responsible to state for your debt to the international system. State in the United States. Yes, you are. Or your state can get sold. Want to bet? To the highest bidder in an auction. Your state. Now, you need to find right now every state in the United States investment from international sources and get them to live in your state and build products that can be used for what has to happen with this planet. Do you understand me? Get it going. State. Now maybe the governor isn't the guy. The governor can find someone to do that. Doesn't need to do it. Remember, the head of the project doesn't have to have any talent at all for any of the crafts involved in the project. Just has to get out of the way of the craftsmen. And keep the tools and material organized and the layout ahead of them. Because there's already a contract. Well, you have a contract ahead of all your contracts called favors and frequency. That's your contract as a mammal in DNA and genetics. You are responsible to favors and frequency. Do you understand me? It keeps every creature living here, and without it, they suffocate and die. That is their main environment, and after that, the ambiency of this planet affects them. That's the first thing that affects them. That's the main thing that carries them. Favors and frequency. It's called generosity, and you shall do it. Do you understand me? It's a mindset. More than anything, only the hands end up just working and the pits are a-sweating, and I'll tell you the elbow grease it develops. Get going. What do you think? Huh? Think that idea sell? I'll tell you, it always has. You know. You're aware. Whether you like it or not. Saith the Lord. Go tell them. Get going. So here I am, point man. I'll tell you this much right now. The United States military understands this conversation very much. Big time. I match with the United States military. Oh, the troop understands this. Whoo-wee! What a marvelous, wonderful troop in the United States military today. I would have them on far different tasks than they're on. Let me remind you of that one. And before I get told it's too long, I have to get out of here. But I'll tell you, it's one of the most priceless aspects of the United States citizenship is to realize the quality of human beings that wears a uniform in that military. Hoo-wee! Man, I'd love to be on that parade field podium. We would have some, man, the marching I could get out of them. They know how to keep step. Man, exciting. Goodbye. I'll be back. No more Woodstock, Spalding, bare bones. Skeleton Nation. I'll be back. The wits of humanity coming at you. Echo of information. Norman Woodstock, Spalding. Your echo of information. Bare bones in it. I'll be back.